This is the southern facing side entrance to Angkor here. Early morning, just after sunrise, 7 o'clock. Early here in August 2014. I thought it'd be about time I actually did a testimonial, because I'm not sure how long I'm going to be here in Cambodia, and I rarely do this type of thing. I like to focus on what we do as a charity rather than myself or anything I believe in or anything like that. But it's about time, because I've been here on and off nearly 6 years, over 6 years, and if you were to go down there a little bit further, we can't really see in the distance, but if you go to the end of that path, you'll find Angkor one of the holiest places on earth, and you can see these entrances here and the carvings and how it looks today. I've been coming here twice a week or so, maybe an average I'd say, for the last 6 years. I do kora around the temple, which is basically saying a mantra, very traditional type of thing. You say a mantra and you walk around Angkor Wat. Excuse me for turning out. There we go. And you walk around the holy site and you say a mantra. And I've been doing that for 6 years or so, so I thought I'd just talk about a little bit about that. And the main thing I really wanted to talk about was the use of these tools, these Shambhala healing tools. 20 years ago, I'm 44 years old. 20 years ago, I was in India. I just finished a degree in philosophy. Very interested in philosophy. Grew up in England, and very fascinated by philosophical thought. And so I did a degree in philosophy, and then immediately left England as soon as I could to go east and come to places like this, go to India and meet the Dalai Lama and do meditations with him in the Himalaya and things like that. Auspicious things would happen to me. I'm really only talking anecdotally, just to share that I'm not just a regular kind of guy. I'm very normal, but I'm not really a regular kind of guy, because I've been a monk for 16 years, and you don't really usually meet Western monks who are quite so dedicated to that kind of thing, and especially one who maybe has been sitting here in Cambodia for 6 years, just meditating. For the last 6 years, it's been 4 to 12 hours a day meditation, and I've been using these tools and listening to the Buddha Maitreya Puja, which is just fantastic. And so I listen to that, and that's my meditation. You'll see, as I walk in, I have all these traditional tools, because from a Tibetan tradition, you have the bowls and your bells, and I have to say that over the years, 10 years ago, I left my monastic situation in America, came here to Asia, thought that would be the end of my monastic existence and monk life, but within 3 months I found myself back living in a Tibetan monastery in Taiwan. One of the monks spoke English, and there's 40 monks there, and it's very strange for me in a way, because I thought that would be the end of the end of that period of life, and there I was again, and in the last 10 years, I've met many Rinpoches and Tukus and Khenpos and Geshes, and there's always a sense of brotherhood. There's never, it's not something you know, I might have shaved head or I might not, I might be wearing a shirt and a tie, but there'll still be this intimate connection, this brotherhood, this sense of unity and a collective mind. And I can't deny it. It's not something I've tried. I don't believe me, I've tried. But it's literally something that's obviously proof of reincarnation for me. And you know, after using these tools for literally 18 years, every single day, listening to the puja every day, I can honestly say, and this is why I'm doing this, they are literally the most expedient and the most excellent, best tool you can possibly imagine to attain whatever sense of enlightenment you're looking for. Everyone wants to be enlightened and wiser and more virtuous, and these tools do that. They will transform the crappiest situation into the best situation. I'm not I've seen situations where a woman walked into a Dharma centre in England, and after using these tools, sorry, she didn't walk in, she came in a wheelchair, but she walked out of the Dharma centre. She walked out after half an hour of using these kind of things. She had an etheric weaver session, which is an etheric weaver here, and she walked out. And I was directly involved with helping make these tools for 7 years. That's where I got my foundation for my monk life. And you'd literally receive daily emails from people from around the world, people using these tools who had maybe no faith in God, or no faith in Buddha, or had no understanding of the reincarnation of Christ, or the incarnation of saints, or anything like that. Any comprehension at all, just a regular farmer doing a regular farmer's job, but finding tremendous benefit, whether it be in any field of their life, or some emotional problem they were having, some mental problem they were having, some physical problem they were having, even cancerous situations, you know, the most serious situations of not having to go through really horrific medical operation. Literally using the tools has transformed those people, and they don't become religious or fanatical, they just become more normal, which if you listen to any of the masters in the past, they'll tell you normality is actually enlightenment, and that's what these things bring. And I wanted to share that because I think a lot of people who see me today or see the work I've done with the charity may just think that this is my thing. You know, oh, that's his thing, I do my thing. This is everybody's thing. This has a resonance to every human being and every single living thing and every non-living thing. This is just a sacred geometric form, like this one. That's exactly the same as the temple just here that I'm sitting in. So, if you're interested in meditation, if you're interested in reincarnation, if you're interested in being a better person, if you're interested in literally anything that's positive, if you're interested in just making a move forward, if you don't believe in anything at all, that's fine, but just give it a go, because it's the experience of these things. 20 years ago, 18 years ago, over 18 years ago, when I first picked this thing up, I was a very strong, ardent and aggressive, I would say, atheist, completely in the belief system of that, you know, there's no God, there's very little good, and there's not a state of virtue. And then I picked one up, and here I am 18 years later. Quite a happy guy. You know, it's quite an extreme life I have. It's coming to an end, but my experience of, you know, going to Buddhist temples or Christian temples, and these experiences I have, being invited to monasteries, to live in monasteries, go to Bhutan, been invited to Bhutan to go and live in the Longchenpa monastery. These things are not something you normally get from a Western guy or even an Eastern guy. So I'm just saying that there's some credibility in what I'm saying, because you can look at the 90 videos or so that I've put on YouTube that don't ever include me. They're all about the people here and the poverty here and how you can help. But I just wanted to share, because it's quite a unique situation to be able to literally stay in your own home and go online and order a tool that it doesn't fix your plumbing or your car, but it will fix you. It will unify you, bring you more light, bring you more hope, more joy, more of all the virtuous sides that you might think are impossible to attain, because we all want to be virtuous and we all want to let go of the crap that we've gone through, and it's very, very difficult because we just generally chuck it under the carpet, and move on. But these tools can help us heal and help us move on, and I don't know anything like it. I mean, I've done pujas, prayers, I've sat with many masters of Tibetan Buddhism throughout the Himalayas and in different parts of the world, and that's been great. I mean, truly great. I really recommend that. But this is something you do 24 hours a day in your own environment. You don't have to have any external influence. You don't have to. No one's telling you anything. Within 1 week of using these tools, I stopped smoking cigarettes. I was working on a building site, so you can imagine how difficult that was, because everyone smoked, and then suddenly I stopped. I didn't have anyone tell me. I knew it was a stupid thing to do, but stopping a bad habit, how do you do that? It's really quite difficult, So really, if you have a chance, if you have an inclination to become more spiritual, but not spiritual in some separate state where you believe you're the best or you're in the crowd, that's the right crowd. You're just spiritual, seeing everything as spiritual and being normal. If you want to do that and you want to make your future enlightenment become something that's more of a daily reality, or your next life reality, or your life after that reality, then try these things, because it's going to take a long time without them. That's the simple conclusion I come to, having met Rinpoches and monks and all these different spiritual people especially in the last 10 years. And try not to be too close-minded. If you check out the website and you think, oh, I don't believe in Christ, or how can he be alive? That's often the reaction I get from Rinpoches or these tukus that I meet. I'll tell them and I'll show them, and they'll feel the energy. They're very sensitive people often, and they'll hold the tool and they'll feel the peace immediately. They immediately go into a state of meditation and they become quiet, and they really enjoy holding it. And then they'll laugh at you, telling you, oh no, Buddha Maitreya is not here today. Well, step in with an open mind and try it out. ShambhalaHealingTools.com. I truly recommend it, and thank you for your time, and if you've donated to the charity in the past, thank you for that, and I hope sincerely that you get a chance to really awaken yourself, because that's really what I'm interested in. I seem to have been interested in that for a while, and it seems to be the most important thing in the world, really, because we can have more people, but we want more people who are awake rather than just more people, right? God bless. Thank you very much. Have a good day.